Hello everybody. Today in this video, I'm going to take a look at the all-new President Randy 2 FCC AM FM handheld 2-in-1 mobile CB radio. So the President Randy 2 is a full-featured AM FM handheld. I'll go over a few of these features. We'll start with the obvious 40 channel AM FM up-down volume control, up-down channel selector, manual squelch, and of course the patented automatic squelch control. It has a multifunction LCD display. Also on that LCD display you'll get the frequency display as well as the channel display. You have an S meter, signal strength meter. It comes with automatic noise limiter or ANL, noise blanker, and high cut filter. Comes with the patented President Compander audio circuit in it. Scan and skip scan or scan skip. That's a really neat feature. It has a Roger beep. It has the key beeps as well. Weather channels in it with weather channel alert. You can have dual watch. It has a adjustable tone control. Vox, noise gate. You can lock all of the keys on the front so nothing can accidentally get changed. However, you can still use the push to talk and volume control with that. Channel presets for emergencies 1 and 2 mode. It has an eco or a battery saver mode. It has plugs for or a jack for external microphone and speaker. Also has a built-in flashlight on the top of the device and a lithium-ion battery. One last thing, you can change the background colors on it, and I believe there was 7 to choose from on that. The radio comes with quite a few accessories. We'll go over that. Obviously, you're going to get an instruction manual. We get an antenna converter. Okay, so we can take the ducky off and hook up to a mobile antenna. I will demonstrate that in another video. I will leave that link down below. We have a hardware pack here with a mic clip, an extra 12-volt fuse, and mounting hardware for the mic clip. We do have an old school standard mic clip on the back of the walkie-talkie itself. We can also hook this on to the back and use this as a belt clip as well. We have our 110-volt AC adapter. We have a 12-volt adapter, cigarette lighter adapter. We have a little strap that we can put onto there, and then this is what I call the docking port, and I may not be using the proper terminology, but I call this the little docking port. And what we do with this is hook this onto the bottom of the radio, and this is what enables us to charge the radio with the AC adapter or power it up and charge it with the 12-volt adapter. A very cool feature. You don't have to take the batteries out or anything like this. It's a pretty rugged piece of gear. I like the rubberized features on the side here. We have the push to talk on the side, high-low power adjustment on the side as well, squelch adjustment high and low, and then you push both of those at the same time and it will turn the automatic squelch on and off. Channel selector right here. This is your mode button for AM and FM. This is noise blanker ANL or noise blanker ANL together. Now for me, the ANL sounds the best and works the best. Now this is, in my opinion, this is a really cool feature for a handheld, something that you just never really see, because this is meant to work in a vehicle. And you know, it's not like the old school walkie-talkies. If your vehicle had ignition noise, you just had to put up with it. Well, you do not have to put up with that on this. Also, I run this on my base station antenna during testing, and I had some line noise, and I could just hit my noise blanker in ANL and get rid of that. So I really like that feature. This also has a tone control feature on it, which I think is very nice. Think of it as a tone control on a stereo. You know, it has settings 1 through 5 on the high side of it, and on the low side, settings 1 through 5. Really nice to have. You can really dial in how you want this radio to sound. Of course, we have the weather channel capability on here. Push and hold that again, and it will go to weather alert. So you can go back and use CB radio functions. However, when there is a weather alert, it will interrupt and go to that. We have a scan function, which I really like a lot. I also really like the skip scan function. I'll leave a link to that video below. In that video, I show how to actually operate the scan skip or skip scan function. We have our emergency channel function here. I preset these to different channels. Factory, it comes with emergency 1 parked on channel 9 and emergency 2 channel parked on channel 19. It has built-in Vox control. This is a menu-driven radio. To dig a little bit deeper into this, you're going to have to dig through the menus. If you own a modern President mobile CB radio, these are not going to be an issue. You'll be able to just toggle through these really easy. But quite honestly, this radio only takes a few minutes to learn. I'm really impressed with this. I've been using this for a few weeks now, and I really like it. I like the flashlight function. This works great for me to navigate around the house at night. I really like that. Just push and hold. We have our flashlight on. Within X amount of seconds, you push the up-down button, and it will vary through a flashing or SOS pattern, or just basically a blink pattern. And if you want to turn that off, you just push and hold AM/FM again. Now, I have used this in 3 different installations. I have used this with the OEM rubber ducky, and it works just fine. I can almost talk across the Salt Lake Valley. I have people that can hear me, but it's very weak, and that's pretty impressive. I've used this with the New Virginia magnet mount in my vehicle, and it works really well, especially with that A&L and noise blanker system. That car gives off some fuel injector noise. It's very annoying, and this radio takes all that out. Whether I use the magnet mount with the adapter through here to get maximum range, or the rubber ducky, I really like the A&L noise blanker feature on this quite a bit. I've also used this on my base station with very good results. However, it does have the little electret microphone in here, so you're not going to get like commanding audio out of this or anything like that. It's just good, clean modulation. And on FM is where this really shines. So if you have another FM mobile and you're conversing back and forth with either another FM mobile or bass, man, you're going to really love the sound of this radio. Okay, battery runtime. I get about 8 to 10 hours average. Sometimes more if I'm just in a receive mode and I'm not playing around with it and the lights and everything. They did not list really a runtime or a charge time, but I'm averaging between about 8 and 10 hours. This is real world. Your mileage may vary. Charge time is a couple, 2-3 hours. Not bad at all. Like I say, the high-low power button is here on the side, just below the PTT button. If you're like me at first, I was hitting this a lot and toggling back and forth between high and low power. But once I got used to the way this fits into my hand, that little issue of mine went away. You could also hit the lock button once you set where you want to be. You're in pretty good shape. RF output on this. Okay, RF output on the Bird watt meter. I get just under 1 watt on low power, and I get about 3.5 to 3 3/4 watts on high power. I had this on another meter too, and that's what that showed. So the Bird showed about 3.5. My nice little Royce meter showed about 3 3/4. So that's pretty good. Modulation's about 80%. So not really stellar, but very clear. However, on FM, this got excellent signal reports, so not a problem. There are more features to this radio. I could probably make this video about another, oh, I don't know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes longer, but I don't really think we need to do that. I'll put some more links down below on the scan skip feature, how to toggle through the menus. But overall, I'm extremely impressed with the all-new President Randy 2. Yeah, very nice little handheld. Definitely not your dad's handheld. Speaking of your dad's handheld or your grandfather's handheld, this is what we had back in the day. Not too sure how many of you guys have seen something like this. This is an old school Radio Shack walkie-talkie circa 1975. This thing takes like, what was this, 10 or 12 batteries in it, double A's. It did have a charge port, old school. You could put NiCads in here and do that. This was a full 23 channels with a rated 5 watts output. I never got more than about 3.5 watts out of it. It does have high-low power and fine tune. That's when we used to have to worry about that, because some folks had crystal sets and their crystals were off a little bit, and by switching this function we could make them sound a little bit better to us. A little battery meter and RF input meter, signal strength meter I should say. This was the microphone, this was the speaker, center loaded antenna that extends to be about, I think this was about 36 inches, and then volume and squelch. So I'm telling you, they've come a long ways. This weighs nothing. This without batteries is a few pounds, and obviously you know, only AM in here, but boy, I'll tell you, you know, handhelds have come a long way. They advertise this as a handheld or mobile CB radio, so they're calling it a 2-in-1. And once again, I don't mean to harp on this, but with the A&L noise blanker, this can definitely be a mobile CB radio for sure. Yeah, very portable, very sturdy, very stout. I've actually dropped this accidentally from about, gosh, it fell off. It was probably almost 5 feet, and not a problem, not a worry. If I did that to one of these, it'd definitely be toast. Okay? All right. Please leave questions or comments down below. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please consider doing so. I'm going to, like I said earlier in the video, I'm going to do some more videos on the menu functions on this. So stay tuned for that, and mobile CB radio installation. All right. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Oh, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. Thanks, guys. All right, how about a little bonus footage for those of you that stayed till the end? I have the Randy 2 on my dummy load here, going through the bird watt meter. And let's get some power measurements here. So we're on channel 20 mid-band. That's where we want to always check our radio. I am on high power setting on the handheld, so we're going to key that up. We're showing just at 4 watts. 4 watts bird on high. We'll turn it to low. We're seeing about that 1 watt. About that 1 watt. And I have about 50% battery on this at the moment. So that's pretty darn good. Let's turn it on to some PEP power and let's see what we can get. I'm going to have to take the handheld out of the picture here for a minute and get it up to me here. So let's do this. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 on low, 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 low. So that's almost 4 watts PEP on low. We're going to put the radio back to high power. And we're going to go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So we're going to average about 10, 12 watts PEP. That is pretty darn respectable. Box stock, nothing done to it. I would say that's very respectable. And still having some pretty darn good battery life. So not a problem. One last thing. Let's show you guys what the battery looks like in here. So I thought this was pretty interesting the way they designed this. We have the little nubby for the microphone for your standard mic clip here. Inside, or in the center of that, we have a slotted screw. At first I thought maybe when I saw this you could just turn the little nubby there and this would open it up. No, it will not. You actually have to get a flat blade screwdriver in there and do that on your own. So I like that feature. It takes a little bit of effort to do that, so this could not work loose and then your battery compartment just flops open. All right. So here's the battery right here. And it snaps in here. Very neat design. I really like this design. This is pretty darn impressive. They really thought this out. This has a 7.4 volt, 1800 milliamp hour battery pack. This is a fresh handheld. This was this battery was made in March of 22, and then of course we have the plug in there. So I guess if you want to, you could purchase another battery pack or two, throw these in your pocket. If you were going to do like a backpacking expedition or something like that, you had no way to charge, and you could do that rather easily. I believe, very easily. So anyway, pretty cool. I think all in all, I think really the only gripe I have with this radio, and like I say, I've been using this for a few weeks now, pretty solid. I would like to see a charge indicator on here, on this little piece right here, on our little charging dock. It has the red light and it shows power coming into this, whether it's through the AC adapter or this DC adapter. But this light is always on. If there's power being fed to this, it's always on. What I would like to see is a charge indicator light on here, so it lets me know if this unit's charged fully. What is going on with this? Let's see if I can get this going here. What's going on with this now is we have our battery indicator here. Right next to this, off into the corner, is a little charge indicator. And it's hard to see. You can't see it at night. You have to have lights. And for these old eyes that need glasses, it's a little annoying. However, I'm adapting to it. I am getting used to it. Honestly, though, that's my only complaint with it. And, you know, that's it. One last thing. I'd like to see a sideband version of this. Oh, would I like to see a single sideband version of this. Oh my gosh, that would absolutely be just fabulous. Anyway, there we go. All right, the President Randy 2, the most modern, up-to-date, street-legal, AM/FM walkie-talkie in America today. Thanks for watching.